So this is my reaction to this little the Matchroom Boxing YouTube channel, little face-off interview with Dillian Whyte, Jermaine Franklin. Man, I think Jermaine Franklin looked good, did real good in that interview. He didn't let um, Dillian Whyte's little bully tactics get to him. You know, interrupting him as he speaks and stuff like that. I think he did real well with that. I think that Dillian Whyte really doesn't know what he's talking about with a lot of things. You know, one minute we tried to fight you, the next minute you were a nobody. Now I'm fighting you, and you still the same person you was 2 years ago, but I'm fighting you anyways. So it's kind of like a lot of things that Dillian Whyte is doesn't know either. You know what I'm saying? Does not fucking know either, and you know, the whole thing of keep interrupting people and telling them is like, well, the crowd, you know, you ain't never been here, the crowd, and this and the third. And Franklin trying to tell him is like, man, it's just me and you in the ring. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why do you care why would you care, Dillian Whyte, about the crowd getting to your opponent? You should be worried about yourself and how hard you've been training, because over the years, fans have many of gripes of your boxing abilities, and you never did anything about it. We have many, still to this day, many of gripes. You ain't fixed shit. The only thing I would give Dillian Whyte, his jab got better. That's it. But other than that, it's the same Dillian Whyte. You know, if Dillian Whyte was in the ring that can give it back just as good as Dillian Whyte can take it, right? I'm telling you guys, he'll be dead tired by the fifth and sixth round. You know what I'm saying? Dillian Whyte can't talk about anybody in the sport of boxing and their boxing abilities or their knockout ratios or anything. Shit. Who told you that was a smart move to come out to try to fight Tyson Fury like that? Huh? Ain't you right-handed? Anyways, back to what we talking about. So this Dillian Whyte dude, right? In this interview, you know, he just really came off as somebody that's trying to like rattle somebody's cage, coming off as a tough guy. I know people in the comment section talking about his jokes, but I don't think his jokes was even cool. It's like, because I can smell it, I can see it. You know, you know, there's fucking no need. There was even no need for this shit. They sit up over there and try to overtalk and grandstand on one of your opponents when he's literally giving you respect in the interview. You know, I don't think that was no need. Like, if that's what you got to do to try to get you a win, to be a tough guy, to try to rattle your opponent, that's good and all dandy. But what happens when it don't work? You know what I'm saying? What happens when it don't work? To me, you just look like an idiot. You know, when talking shit goes wrong, you know, you just look like an idiot. You just look like a bully. People call a lot of boxers out there bullies and stuff like that. And if you want to call somebody a bully, this is exactly one. You know, I think it's going to be a good fight. I will be watching. I watched this one. Just because I want to see how Jermaine Franklin do. I don't care about Dillian Whyte, because he's only going to be able to. Dillian Whyte is only going to be able to make it so far in the sport of boxing. He's made it as far as he's able to get. You know what I'm saying? You know, his inability to fix his flaws and his boxing abilities has put him in this predicament. He's made it as far as he can get. As far as I'm concerned, I could be wrong, but as far as I'm concerned, this is it. You had enough title shots, and you're not going to get a title shot after this fight either, buddy. So you has made it as far as you can get, and even if you do, you're going to get knocked out again. It's nothing new. It's rinse, wash, and repeat. You know what I'm saying? I don't. It's rinse, watch, and repeat, and that's what's basically going to happen. You know, y'all more worried about this dude's jokes and stuff like that, and y'all not taking into account for the jokes are lame. They're I'm a knock your dreadlocks off. I'm a punch you to the rooter to the tutor. Like what the fuck? Like what kind of dry ass jokes is them? Who ain't heard that shit before? He ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing really. I don't see how y'all can see how y'all must got some dry humor up over there, cause that shit is not. And even the tracksuit joke, that wasn't even funny. Like the motherfucker's probably just trying to get his money up. And as far as talking about Saginaw and asking him where he from, Little Red Riding Hood and all that shit, dude. I lived in Saginaw, and there sure be a lot of killings in that small ass town. It's small. I know it got to be smaller than South London. I know that shit's fucking small. You get your man, motherfuckers getting smoked out in that motherfucker every weekend. I remember a football field away from my job. Some dude got smoked, got shot up like 6 times. They threw him in a car by the football field from my job. A car in the snow, and all that shit. Just left him in there, shot him and threw him in there as an example. Threw him in there so somebody would find him because made him an example. I don't even know if they caught them dudes. I remember before I left, hell, this dude was running on the main strip where the bars is at on Hamilton Street. While the two gunmen was chasing him, bucking at him in front of everybody. Got everybody around ducking and dodging and shit like that. And guess what happened? Everybody went back to drinking. Everybody went back out the next day. Nobody give a fuck. This shit. Hell, some of the bars, you walk up in the bar, you go to the bathroom, you might see somebody doing cocaine, they might offer you some. You want a bump? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where Dillian Whyte gets where he got maybe he didn't do his research that, how not sweet Saginaw is. I think as far as violent crimes, Saginaw from its population is over surpassed Detroit. So this shit is nothing to brag about on Dillian Whyte's side and my side. I'm just giving y'all a comparison that, I know Dillian Whyte had a rough upbringing and stuff like that, but he also has to understand some of those same things that early in his boxing career that, having to go to all the way 30 minutes around the block because people might be looking for you and stuff like that to shoot you is the same thing that Jermaine Franklin could be having, because he's not rich. You rich. You got all that money and you over there talking about thuggery, gangsterism. You got all that money. All that fucking money. And I can say way more than this, but I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody or anything like this. But that's just to show you, that type of shit, it doesn't mean anything. That's the reason why Franklin told him, was like, look, we both come from rough backgrounds. Like, what's the fucking big deal? It's like, why? And that's supposed to make you a better boxer? Because if that's the case, as fucked up as Dillian Whyte's upbringing was and all this shit, he should be the best boxer in the world. By his standards, he should be the best motherfucking boxer in the world. But he's not. Because it does mean something, but then at the end of the day, it does mean nothing. If you're a pussy, you're a pussy. And if you're a quitter, you're a quitter. If you have no chin, you have no chin. And over the years, back to that thing. Like I said, man, The glorifying of thuggery and gangsterism and tough neighborhoods, man, this shit just needs to stop. It really does. It just says a lot. Like it. Why should we be bragging about some fucked up situations that at this point in our life we should be working on? With all that money you got, you should be working on fixing it. You know what I'm saying? You should be working on fixing it and not bragging about it. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point you was part of the problem. You know what I'm saying? But now you could be part of the solution. But over and over again, welcome to South London and this and the thirds. Like, we're tough out here. Watch, you'll see the crowd, this and the third. You don't want to fight in the ring. It's buffoonery. Anyways, like, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I just think Dillian Whyte's a straight up clown, man. I just think he's a straight up fucking clown. And every time he opens his mouth, I can see right through it and stuff like this. And sometimes, in life when people go through that type of stuff, like they can't leave that shit alone. Obviously, you're a grown ass man. You're still talking about this shit. You're still glorifying this shit. Because at the end of the day, you enjoyed the rush, and you still enjoy the rush. You know what I'm saying? You can't just quit overnight, cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you're a grown ass man. You should know. You should know. You should know by now. Like, how many people got to die before people start realizing that this street shit is childish? Ain't as far as when it comes to fucked up neighborhoods and black people, when it comes to this glorifying of this thuggerism and shit like that. Like, what has it actually really accomplished? Like, we're glorifying something and in a whole bunch of shit that we don't even own and control. But we are being controlled. And we're glorifying being stuck in a fucking box, in a rat race. That's the most stupidest thing in the world. That's why people fucking laugh at us. Most stupidest thing in the world. You don't hear anybody else do that type of shit. It's not even, it's dumb. You're in a rat race. And sometimes people are in that predicament because somebody wanted them in that predicament. The people is too stupid to open up their eyes and understand it's like, there's only one way guns get in. There's only one way dope get in. You see what I'm saying? Daniel Kenninghans don't come around without cooperation of who? From who? Some hands got to be washed. You see what I'm saying? A lot of these, I'm telling y'all, don't be listening to these weirdos out here like Dillian Whyte, man. I'm telling y'all, the dude literally got knocked out by Povetkin and said he got right back up. And Edward Hearn had to look at his ass and basically not push the envelope and tell him, like, no, man, you were out. You were literally out. When Tyson Fury knocked your ass out, right? I don't care what you thought it was, the twisting of your ankle or whatever, but you wasn't getting back up. You was not making, you did not even attempt to get up when the ref was giving you a 10 count. Didn't even attempt. You know why you didn't attempt? Because you were knocked the fuck out. You don't have a chin anymore. Your Dillian Whyte's punch resistance has been going down over the years. Going down over the years. And we all have been noticing it. Every time Dillian Whyte gets hit upstairs when he does that stanky leg, it's the most comical stanky leg I ever seen in my life when he get wobbled. It's the funniest thing in the fucking world. And there's a reason why people like Derek Chisora over Dillian Whyte. Because Derek Chisora know he ain't got to bully nobody. Derek Chisora know that, and everybody else know that. Just don't try to be a tough guy. You know what I'm saying? Give the motherfucker the same respect and he'll give it back. But as soon as y'all motherfuckers start talking shit, and then y'all expect him not to give it to you how the way you are running your mouth. You fuckers wanna start climbing up, playing the victim. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Dillian Whyte's a fucking clown. Fucking clown. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even be surprised if Jermaine Franklin knocked him out, because his punch resistance has been going down. You know what I'm saying? Been going down. You know? So let's see how it goes this weekend. And on that note, shout outs to everybody in the whole entire world. And everybody stay sucker free.